Welcome to Daily Global Motivation, the place where dreamers turn ambition into reality and where ordinary people learn to think extraordinary. Today, we're diving into the life of a man who changed the world, not with wealth, not with privilege, but with vision, courage, and relentless determination. His name is Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, a company that started in a dorm room and grew into one of the most influential platforms on the planet. Before we start, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video, because what you're about to hear is more than a story. It's a blueprint for ambition, persistence, and fearless innovation. Mark's journey is proof that your age, your background, or your doubts don't determine your future, your mindset does. Stick with me until the end, because the lessons hidden in his rise from a college student to a global tech titan could completely transform how you approach your goals, your challenges, and your vision for life. Mark Zuckerberg was born in 1984 in White Plains, New York, into a family that valued intellect and curiosity above all. He grew up coding and exploring the possibilities of technology at a young age, demonstrating early that talent alone isn't enough. You must cultivate focus, passion, and persistence. Even as a child, he challenged the norms, building programs and games that most adults wouldn't even attempt to understand. He wasn't driven by competition. He was driven by curiosity. That relentless curiosity became the fuel for innovation, the spark that would one day ignite a social revolution. Mark's early life teaches us that genius is not just in knowledge, but in the consistent pursuit of creating, learning, and experimenting without fear of failure. He knew that to change the world, he had to begin somewhere, even if it was just a dorm room with a small team of friends. While in high school, Mark created programs that impressed adults far beyond his age, but he never let praise make him complacent. Every success became a challenge to do more, to think bigger, to push further. He was obsessed not with being recognized, but with building something that mattered. That mindset carried him to Harvard, where he encountered a world of brilliant minds, all trying to prove themselves. But Mark wasn't trying to prove himself to anyone else. He was trying to prove himself to the future he envisioned. He looked around and saw not just a college campus, but a universe of opportunity waiting to be shaped by his vision. And he decided that he wouldn't waste a single moment. It was in that Harvard dorm room that the idea of Facebook was born, a platform meant to connect people, share ideas, and transform the way humans interacted. The concept seemed simple, but simplicity hides extraordinary power. Mark understood that innovation doesn't have to be complex. It has to solve real problems, it has to serve real needs, and it has to inspire others to believe in it. He poured his heart into the project, coding tirelessly, refining every detail, learning from every mistake, and refusing to accept failure as an option. This is the mindset that every dreamer must adopt, the willingness to work harder than anyone else, to endure setbacks, and to remain committed when others doubt you. As Facebook began to grow, the world didn't immediately recognize its potential. Investors were skeptical, competitors laughed, and critics questioned whether a simple social network could ever become relevant. But Mark didn't waste energy on doubt. He focused on execution. He focused on creating a product that would connect millions, a platform that would evolve and adapt faster than anyone imagined. That's the power of vision. It allows you to see opportunity where others see risk, to take action where others hesitate, and to persist when others retreat. Mark's persistence demonstrates that in life, courage is not about ignoring fear, but about acting in spite of it, again and again. The early days of Facebook weren't glamorous. Mark and his small team worked around the clock, coding, testing, and refining the platform. There were moments of exhaustion, conflict, and uncertainty. But Mark embraced the challenge, knowing that every problem solved, every improvement made, and every user engaged brought them closer to something extraordinary. He didn't chase fame, he chased impact. He didn't chase wealth, he chased significance. And that is a lesson for everyone watching. Focus on creating value, focus on solving problems, focus on leaving a mark, and the rewards will follow. As Facebook scaled, Mark faced immense pressure. Legal battles, competitors, and internal disagreements threatened to derail the company. Most people would have given up under such scrutiny. But Mark had cultivated a mindset that turned pressure into progress. He studied every challenge, anticipated every risk, and acted with precision, determination, and clarity. Every obstacle was a test, every setback a lesson, every criticism an opportunity to refine his strategy. That is what separates visionaries from dreamers, the willingness to embrace discomfort, uncertainty, and even fear to achieve something bigger than themselves. Mark Zuckerberg's focus and discipline became legendary. While his peers socialized, he worked. While others wasted time, he created systems, built teams, and refined his vision. He understood that to dominate a field, to leave a legacy, you must outwork, outthink, and outlast everyone else. Talent alone is not enough. Passion alone is not enough. Only relentless effort, combined with clarity of vision and courage to take risks, can transform dreams into reality. Mark's discipline is proof that greatness is never accidental. It is earned through sweat, focus, and unshakable self-belief. He also embraced failure as an essential part of growth. Every error in code, every misstep in strategy, every criticism from peers became data, feedback that informed his next move. Mark didn't shy away from mistakes. He dissected them, learned from them, and moved forward with renewed determination. That's a mindset all successful people share. The understanding that mistakes are not the enemy, but the guideposts on the road to mastery. You cannot avoid setbacks if you are striving for greatness. You must learn to use them as stepping stones. Mark's journey proves that resilience, reflection, and persistence together create unstoppable momentum. And even as Facebook became one of the most influential companies in the world, Mark never stopped evolving. He remained curious, ambitious, and hungry. He continued to innovate, to expand, and to dream bigger than most people thought possible. His vision extended beyond technology. It encompassed social change, global connectivity, and the potential to make the world a smaller, more connected place. And that is the mark of a true leader, the ability to think beyond personal gain, to strive for impact, and to persist through every challenge, criticism, and obstacle. Mark Zuckerberg shows us that if you believe deeply, act relentlessly, and endure tirelessly, you can change not only your life, but the lives of millions around the world. Mark Zuckerberg's rise wasn't just about coding or technology. It was about vision, focus, and relentless belief in what could be possible. He didn't wait for permission to create. He built a world-changing platform in a dorm room, while others were content with ordinary routines. Every day, he chose action over hesitation, growth over comfort, and vision over fear. That mindset allowed him to turn an idea into a platform connecting billions of people worldwide. And that is the lesson for you. Your circumstances do not define you, your mindset does. You have the power to start small, think big, and persist relentlessly. Mark knew that success isn't given to those who wait. It comes to those who act when others hesitate. He didn't chase recognition, he chased progress. He didn't fear failure, he studied it, and every day, he doubled down on learning, improving, and moving closer to his vision. Even as Facebook began to gain momentum, challenges multiplied. Legal battles, privacy concerns, and competition threatened the platform's growth. Most people would have panicked under the pressure, but Mark thrived it. Pressure became his teacher, mistakes became his mentors, and setbacks became his stepping stones. He learned to navigate uncertainty with calm precision, to pivot when necessary, and to trust his vision, even when the world doubted him. That's the key to achieving extraordinary results. the ability to remain steadfast when chaos surrounds you. While others make excuses, leaders make progress. While others retreat, visionaries advance. Mark's journey is proof that courage combined with persistence turns obstacles into opportunities and adversity into advantage. From the very beginning, Mark focused on impact over recognition. He wasn't building Facebook for fame, fortune, or approval. He was building it to change the world. And that clarity of purpose guided every decision, every innovation, and every risk. It allowed him to ignore distractions, endure criticism, and keep moving forward even when doubt and fear were constant companions. That's the principle you must apply to your life. Purpose fuels persistence, vision fuels action, and belief fuels success. Mark understood that the journey to greatness is rarely smooth, but it is always worth it. Obstacles are temporary, your vision is eternal. Success belongs to those who commit to their mission, trust the process, and never give up, no matter the odds. Mark's discipline was legendary. While many of his peers wasted time on distractions, he worked, thought, and innovated with unmatched intensity. He didn't rely on luck. He relied on preparation and execution. Every long night, every difficult decision, every challenge faced was a deliberate step toward his vision. That's how you achieve mastery, not through talent alone, but through relentless effort and consistency. He understood that results come to those willing to pay the price of excellence daily. And that is why he transformed a simple idea into one of the most powerful platforms in human history. Excellence is never accidental. It is the product of relentless focus, action, and belief in yourself. Failure didn't frighten Mark Zuckerberg. It motivated him. Every error, every oversight, every criticism was data, feedback, and guidance for improvement. He dissected every mistake, learned from it, and implemented changes that made him stronger. Most people fear failure and avoid it. Mark studied it and let it refine him. That's the mindset you must adopt if you want to achieve something extraordinary. Failure is not final, it is formative. Obstacles are not roadblocks, they are lessons. Every challenge you encounter is a chance to evolve, to sharpen your skills, and to grow stronger. Mark's life proves that resilience is a choice, a daily commitment to stand, act, and push forward no matter what. Even as Facebook grew to dominate the social media world, Mark refused to become complacent. He continued to innovate, to explore new technologies, and to expand his vision beyond what most thought possible. His hunger for progress never diminished. He understood that staying relevant requires constant evolution, the courage to embrace change, and the willingness to reinvent yourself. That's a lesson for everyone watching. Resting on past victories is the fastest path to stagnation. Leaders who dominate the future are those who adapt today. Mark's relentless curiosity, discipline, and strategic vision are what propelled him from a college dorm room to global influence. Mark also embraced risk as a natural part of growth. He took bold decisions when others hesitated, invested in innovations when most doubted, and challenged norms that limited progress. He understood that comfort and safety never create greatness, only courage and calculated risk do. Every major breakthrough came from stepping into the unknown, from embracing uncertainty, and from trusting in his abilities. That's the mindset you must cultivate. The willingness to act despite fear, to innovate despite doubt, and to persevere despite setbacks. Your dreams demand courage, and Mark's story shows that those who dare to act achieve the extraordinary. The true genius of Mark Zuckerberg is not in his coding or technology alone. It's in his ability to turn vision into action. He has consistently shown that clarity of purpose, combined with relentless effort and strategic focus, creates results far beyond ordinary expectations. While most people talk about ideas, he executes them. While most wait for opportunity, he creates it. While most fear failure, he embraces it. That's the mindset that turns ambition into achievement. You too can adopt this approach in your life. See what others overlook, act when others hesitate, and persist when others give up. That's the difference between dreams and reality, between average and extraordinary. Mark Zuckerberg's journey also emphasizes the importance of influence and impact. He didn't aim to merely build a company, he aimed to connect the world. He understood that true success isn't measured by wealth alone, but by the value you create and the lives you touch. Every user, every connection, every interaction on Facebook was part of a bigger vision to empower people, share ideas, and expand opportunities. That's the kind of thinking that elevates ordinary efforts into legendary achievements. When your mission is bigger than yourself, you gain the strength to endure every challenge, overcome every obstacle, and reach heights that seemed impossible. And as we reflect on Mark Zuckerberg's life, one truth becomes clear: perseverance, vision, courage, and relentless action create extraordinary outcomes. He reminds us that your beginnings don't determine your destiny, your age doesn't limit your impact, and your obstacles don't define your potential. What matters is your mindset, your commitment, and your willingness to act when others wait. Your future is waiting for you to step into it with confidence, discipline, and boldness. The lessons from Mark's journey are simple yet profound. Stay focused, embrace risk, learn from failure, and persist relentlessly. Mark Zuckerberg's journey shows us that innovation is born from curiosity and relentless experimentation. He didn't wait for perfection. He iterated, tested, and improved constantly. Every bug, every glitch, every criticism became a chance to make Facebook stronger, smarter, and more impactful. Most people avoid failure, but Mark studied it, learned from it, and turned it into fuel. That's the mindset that separates dreamers from doers, thinkers from achievers. He understood that the world doesn't reward ideas alone. It rewards execution, persistence, and the courage to keep moving forward when the path is uncertain. Every night spent coding, every long conversation about strategy, every difficult decision contributed to building something extraordinary. Mark's focus teaches us that success is rarely instantaneous. It is the product of sustained effort, dedication, and unshakable belief in a vision that others may not yet see. Even when Facebook faced criticism and scrutiny, Mark didn't waver. He understood that public opinion is fleeting, but impact is lasting. While people doubted, he acted. While others complained, he created. That's the lesson for anyone chasing big dreams. Stay committed to your mission. No matter the noise around you, challenges are inevitable. Criticism is unavoidable. Setbacks are part of the journey. But Mark demonstrates that persistence, clarity of purpose, and resilience will carry you further than talent alone ever could. Every obstacle became a classroom, every mistake a mentor, and every risk an opportunity for growth. By embracing adversity rather than avoiding it, he transformed challenges into stepping stones, shaping a platform that changed how billions of people communicate. Mark understood the power of vision in shaping the future. He didn't just build a website. He imagined a world connected, where ideas could spread instantly, where people could collaborate, and where communities could thrive. That vision guided every decision, every risk, and every innovation. Most people see obstacles. Mark saw opportunity. Most people see competition. He saw the chance to create something unique. He focused on what could be, not what already existed. And that's the essence of leadership, the ability to inspire yourself and others to reach beyond what seems possible. If you want to create impact in your life, you must cultivate a vision so compelling that it becomes your compass through uncertainty, fear, and doubt. Discipline was a cornerstone of Mark's success. While many were distracted, he worked. While many were content, he innovated. While many were complacent, he aimed higher. That relentless focus allowed him to scale a dorm room project into a global powerhouse. Success is rarely a single breakthrough. It is the cumulative result of consistent effort and unwavering dedication. Mark exemplifies this principle. The more you invest in deliberate, focused action, the closer you move to extraordinary achievement. He teaches us that talent without discipline is wasted potential, action without purpose is wasted energy, and belief without persistence is wasted opportunity. The combination of these three, vision, action, and persistence, is what creates lasting success. Mark also embraced the responsibility that comes with influence. As Facebook grew, he recognized that his decisions affected millions of lives. He understood that true leadership is not just about personal gain, but about impact, accountability, and the ability to drive positive change. But awareness didn't slow him down. It motivated him to improve, innovate, and lead with integrity. The lesson is clear. Greatness carries responsibility. Your actions, your decisions, and your mindset ripple far beyond your own life. Mark's journey reminds us that with power comes the opportunity and the duty to create something meaningful, something enduring, something that inspires others to rise. He didn't allow fear to dictate his actions. Every new challenge, every technological leap, every public scrutiny could have stopped him. Most people would have faltered, but Mark acted with courage, resilience, and unwavering focus. Courage doesn't mean absence of fear. It means taking action despite fear. He made decisions that others avoided, explored paths that others rejected, and embraced risks that most would never dare. And that is why he succeeded. If you want to achieve greatness, you must act in spite of fear, knowing that every step forward brings you closer to your vision. Mark's life teaches that fortune favors the bold, and success belongs to those willing to act when others hesitate. Mark's curiosity never waned. He explored new technologies, platforms, and opportunities relentlessly. He sought to learn, to innovate, and to anticipate the next frontier. That continuous pursuit of knowledge and understanding became the engine driving Facebook's evolution. He understood that the world changes rapidly, and only those willing to adapt, learn, and innovate remain relevant. Stagnation is the enemy of progress. Curiosity is the catalyst for innovation. If you want to make an impact, you must be willing to explore, experiment, and evolve continuously. The lessons from Mark's mindset are clear. Stay curious, embrace change, and never settle for what you already know. Even as Facebook expanded globally, Mark maintained his focus on the mission, connecting people, enabling communication, and empowering communities. He didn't let scale or success distract him from the core purpose. That clarity allowed him to make decisions that were bold, innovative, and transformative. The lesson for you is simple. When you have a vision, protect it. Don't let distractions, doubts, or criticism derail your mission. Keep your focus, maintain your discipline, and stay true to your purpose. Mark demonstrates that extraordinary outcomes are rarely achieved by chance. They are the result of clarity, conviction, and relentless action sustained over time. Mark's resilience also extended to leadership. He built teams, empowered individuals, and fostered an environment of innovation and accountability. He understood that you cannot achieve monumental goals alone. You need people, partnerships, and collaboration. Leadership is not about authority. It is about influence, mentorship, and the ability to inspire others to believe in your vision. Mark's journey shows that building impact requires not only personal effort, but also the capacity to cultivate talent, guide teams, and create systems that magnify your mission. Leadership is a force multiplier, and Mark used it to turn Facebook into a platform that changed the world. Finally, Mark Zuckerberg's journey teaches us the ultimate lesson. Your dreams are possible if you combine vision, courage, discipline, and persistence. Start where you are, use what you have, and take action without waiting for permission. Fear, doubt, and criticism are inevitable, but they do not determine your outcome. Only your mindset, your resilience, and your commitment determine whether you succeed. Mark's story proves that extraordinary impact comes from ordinary beginnings coupled with extraordinary belief and relentless action. If you embrace the same mindset, refuse to quit, and dedicate yourself to growth, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Your journey starts now. The world is waiting for your vision, courage, and persistence. Mark Zuckerberg's story teaches us that true innovation requires boldness and a willingness to challenge the status quo. He didn't accept "this is how it's done" as an answer. He questioned norms, explored alternatives, and imagined solutions that others couldn't see. That mindset allowed him to transform a simple social network into a platform that redefined human connection. The lesson is clear: progress never comes from comfort zones. It comes from courage. The obstacles you fear most are often the ones that will lead to your greatest breakthroughs. Mark shows that success is never accidental. It comes from curiosity, courage, and relentless experimentation. Your ideas may seem small or insignificant at first, but if you nurture them with discipline and persistence, they can change the world. The path will be difficult, but the reward is extraordinary. Every great achievement begins as a vision that someone refuses to abandon. Even in the face of criticism, Mark remained steadfast. Early skeptics doubted whether a social network could scale globally. Legal battles and public scrutiny threatened to derail the company. But Mark treated every challenge as a lesson, every criticism as feedback, and every risk as an opportunity. While others hesitated, he acted. While others complained, he created. That's the mindset that turns obstacles into stepping stones, fear into fuel, and vision into reality. Success comes to those who persist when others quit, who act when others hesitate, and who believe when others doubt. Mark's journey is proof that determination, focus, and courage outweigh any external obstacle. Your mindset defines your trajectory. Choose resilience, clarity, and action over doubt and hesitation. Mark's leadership demonstrates that true impact extends beyond personal achievement. He understood that building a global platform required collaboration, empowerment, and the ability to inspire others. Leadership isn't about authority. It's about influence, vision, and creating systems that amplify results. He surrounded himself with talent, encouraged creativity, and allowed innovation to flourish. That mindset allowed Facebook to evolve into a company capable of affecting billions of lives. The lesson is clear: to achieve extraordinary outcomes, you must cultivate leadership within yourself and inspire it in others. Your success is multiplied when you lift others as you rise. Mark shows that vision without leadership is limited, and ambition without collaboration is unsustainable. Greatness is never a solo journey. It's a collective pursuit driven by a leader who dares to act. He also embraced continuous learning as the engine of growth. Mark never stopped exploring, questioning, and experimenting. He studied emerging technologies, observed social trends, and adapted strategies before challenges became crises. That relentless curiosity kept Facebook at the forefront of innovation. The lesson is simple: stagnation is the enemy of success. Growth requires curiosity, adaptability, and a willingness to reinvent yourself continuously. Mark's journey demonstrates that the mind must remain active, hungry, and engaged if you want to leave a lasting impact. Complacency is a choice, and curiosity is the antidote. To change the world, you must remain a lifelong student of progress, challenges, and opportunity. Even as he achieved monumental success, Mark maintained humility and focus. He didn't let fame, wealth, or accolades distract him from the mission. While many become complacent after success, Mark doubled down on growth, innovation, and impact. That's the mindset every high achiever must adopt. Remain humble, stay focused, and let your results speak louder than your words. Success is not a destination. It is a journey of constant improvement, learning, and refinement. Mark reminds us that your vision must always guide your actions, not ego, comfort, or fear of criticism. If you want extraordinary results, remain true to your purpose and let that purpose fuel every decision. Persistence, focus, and humility are the pillars of lasting achievement. Mark's courage to take risks reshaped an entire industry. While others feared failure, he embraced it as a necessary part of growth. Every bold decision, every innovation, every leap into the unknown propelled him, and Facebook forward. That courage wasn't reckless. It was calculated, informed by vision and strategy. The lesson is clear. The road to success is paved with risk. Those who avoid risk avoid greatness. Those who embrace it, intelligently and consistently, redefine what's possible. Mark's life teaches that fear is temporary, but regret is permanent. Courage allows you to act when uncertainty is overwhelming. Innovation rewards those brave enough to lead when others hesitate. He showed that persistence transforms ordinary ideas into extraordinary realities. What started as a simple platform for college students grew into a global network connecting billions. Mark didn't achieve this overnight. He worked tirelessly, adapted constantly, and learned relentlessly. Most people give up when the first challenge arises. Mark pushed through, refined the platform, and scaled beyond imagination. That's the lesson for anyone watching. Perseverance beats talent when talent fails to persist. Every setback is an opportunity, every failure a lesson, every challenge a chance to grow stronger. Your journey will be tested, but your persistence defines your legacy. Mark's vision extended far beyond personal ambition. He sought to empower communities, amplify voices, and reshape global communication. Success without impact is hollow. Mark understood that. That's why every decision was driven by a larger purpose. Your life's work should be guided by vision, not just personal gain. The more meaningful your purpose, the more resilient your drive becomes. Mark shows that extraordinary achievements are not measured by wealth alone, but by the lives you touch and the legacy you create. Even under immense scrutiny, Mark never lost focus. Public criticism, media attention, and global controversy could have destabilized anyone, but Mark maintained clarity of purpose and continued to act. That's a lesson for anyone chasing greatness. External opinion is temporary. Your mission is permanent. Focus on what you can control, your effort, your mindset, and your actions. Let the world doubt, criticize, and challenge you. What matters is that you continue relentlessly toward your vision. Greatness requires endurance, clarity, and the courage to stay the course. Finally, Mark Zuckerberg reminds us that ordinary beginnings do not limit extraordinary outcomes. He started as a college student in a dorm room with an idea. Today, he has built a platform that touches billions of lives. That transformation was not luck. It was focus, discipline, vision, courage, and relentless action. You have that same potential within you. Every step, every decision, every challenge is a chance to move closer to your dreams. Don't wait for permission, don't wait for perfect timing, and don't fear failure. Your vision is your compass, your persistence is your power, your courage is your weapon. Step forward, act boldly, and let your life become the story of transformation and impact. Mark Zuckerberg's journey teaches us that every great achievement begins with a single idea, nurtured by relentless focus, courage, and action. He started small, but he never thought small. Every decision, every line of code, every risk was aimed at turning a vision into reality. That's the lesson for everyone watching. No dream is too big if you are willing to work for it. Fear will arise, doubt will appear, and obstacles will block your path, but persistence is the bridge to extraordinary results. Mark embraced challenges, learned from mistakes, and turned criticism into insight. He shows that consistent effort, strategic thinking, and unwavering belief are the foundations of greatness. Your circumstances do not define your potential, your mindset and actions do. Step boldly, take risks, and pursue your vision relentlessly. Every day is a chance to advance closer to your dreams, and your destiny is waiting for you to claim it. He also proves that vision without action is meaningless. Mark had ideas, but he executed them with precision. Challenge, setback, and failure is a chance to grow stronger. The world rewards those who move despite fear, who persist despite doubt, and who refuse to settle for mediocrity. Take charge of your life today and act with urgency, because your dreams won't wait. Mark's discipline and focus are lessons for anyone seeking lasting success. He didn't allow distractions, criticism, or setbacks to deter him from his mission. He understood that clarity of purpose fuels perseverance, and that consistency builds momentum. While others were distracted by comfort, he focused on progress. While others gave up under pressure, he pushed harder. While others feared failure, he learned from it and adapted. That's how small ideas transform into global impact. Mark teaches us that greatness is not accidental. It is earned through relentless focus, disciplined effort, and unwavering belief in a vision. Your path to success is shaped by what you do daily, not by wishful thinking or external approval. Commit to your mission, stay disciplined, and persist even when the journey feels impossible. Even under scrutiny and immense pressure, Mark never allowed doubt to shake his resolve. Public opinion, critics, and global challenges could have derailed him, but he stayed true to his purpose. That is the mindset you must adopt. The world will try to distract, discourage, and discredit you, but your vision must remain your anchor. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is acting in spite of it. Mark demonstrates that persistence, focus, and a clear purpose will overcome every obstacle. When you commit fully to your goals, no challenge is too great, no setback too devastating, and no failure too permanent. Every great achievement is built by people who act when others hesitate. Mark's life is proof that courage and perseverance are more powerful than circumstance, talent, or luck. You have that same power within you. Claim it, cultivate it, and use it to pursue your dreams relentlessly. Mark Zuckerberg's story also teaches the value of leadership and influence. He built more than a company. He created a global platform that transformed communication, connection, and information sharing. Leadership isn't about authority or recognition. It's about inspiring others, empowering teams, and creating systems that amplify impact. He demonstrates that when your mission is bigger than yourself, your focus, determination, and courage become unstoppable. True influence comes from vision, action, and the ability to overcome challenges while inspiring others to follow. Mark shows that when you align purpose with action, you can change industries, communities, and lives. Your impact grows exponentially when you lead with clarity, persistence, and conviction. Leadership is a skill, a mindset, and a responsibility, one that Mark embraced fully and continuously. Innovation was at the heart of Mark's success. He didn't wait for trends, he created them. He didn't copy ideas. He built something original that solved real problems and connected millions. That mindset separates ordinary people from extraordinary achievers. Innovation requires curiosity, courage, and the willingness to step into uncertainty. Mark understood that failure is part of the process and embraced it as a guide toward improvement. You must remain adaptable, learn constantly, and refine your approach to achieve breakthroughs. Progress belongs to those who act decisively, experiment boldly, and persist relentlessly. Your ideas have the power to change the world, but only if you take action, iterate, and refuse to settle. Let Mark's example inspire you to embrace risk, pursue creativity, and innovate fearlessly. Mark's resilience shows that setbacks are not endings, but opportunities. Every challenge Facebook faced, technical issues, competitors, criticism, became a chance to improve, innovate, and grow stronger. That is, the mindset you must cultivate. Obstacles are lessons, failure is feedback, and persistence is your weapon. Mark demonstrates that enduring pressure, maintaining focus, and acting with courage will lead to extraordinary results. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is how you respond to adversity. Every moment of challenge is a chance to rise, learn, and become stronger. Resilience is a choice, and Mark made it every day. You can do the same. Let nothing stop you, let nothing deter you, and let nothing diminish your drive to succeed. Even as Facebook achieved global dominance, Mark never stopped evolving. He continued to explore, innovate, and expand his vision. That's a critical lesson. No matter how successful you become, growth never ends. Complacency is the enemy of greatness. Leaders, innovators, and world changers continuously learn, adapt, and push boundaries. Mark's example shows that staying hungry, curious, and courageous is essential to long-term success. Every day is an opportunity to improve, innovate, and advance your vision. Your potential is unlimited if you commit to lifelong learning, experimentation, and persistent action. Success is not a destination. It's a journey of continuous growth, impact, and evolution. Mark also exemplifies the power of purpose. Everything he built, every risk he took, every challenge he faced was anchored in a clear, compelling vision. Purpose drives persistence, fuels resilience, and magnifies action. Without a strong purpose, success becomes shallow and fleeting. Mark shows that aligning your vision with meaningful action multiplies impact far beyond personal gain. When your mission is bigger than yourself, you find the courage to overcome fear, the focus to outwork competitors, and the clarity to navigate uncertainty. Purpose transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary outcomes. Your life can change, and the world can change through you, if your actions are guided by a vision that matters. Finally, Mark Zuckerberg's journey reminds us that you have everything you need to achieve greatness within. Yourself, your age, resources, or circumstances do not limit your potential. Vision, focus, discipline, courage, persistence, and purpose are the tools you must cultivate. Step forward, act decisively, and embrace the challenges that will shape your destiny. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to Daily Global Motivation, because the world is waiting for your impact, your courage, and your vision. Mark's story proves that ordinary beginnings can lead to extraordinary outcomes when belief and action align. The journey is yours. Take it boldly, persist relentlessly, and transform your dreams into reality. You can rise, just like Mark Zuckerberg did.